that is usually live in Facebook and also YouTube. Now, today I want to talk about a very important topic. And the topic I want to talk about is headlined there, why a business plan is useless to a startup business. Now, this is a topic that I have even written an article in one of the daily's newspaper about. And the main reason as to why I still have some challenges when somebody tells me that when you want to start a business, you need to write a business plan. It's because of some of the problems some of the things that I always try to list in every paper I write, especially when it comes to why a business plan should not be part and parcel of what we call a startup business. Now, a business plan is a very important document because it shows the roadmap of how you are going to implement the business. Remember, I'm talking about implementation of the business. It gives you a roadmap of how you're going to implement a business. And before you implement your business, then you need to look at the idea that you are taking outside there. Is it viable? Is it feasible? And I think a business plan does not do that. What it does is that it shows you how you are going to grow your business, where you want your business to be in the next 3 years. And that is why some of the things that you put in the business plan is, one, what we call a financial plan, a 3 years financial plan. I do believe that for an idea that is starting or something that is in your mind, you have even the time to think about how the cash flow will be for the next 3 years, how you are going to balance your finances in 3 years. The first thing that comes into your mind is how the idea is going to work, or how the idea is going to be practical, or how you are going to get customers. And that is why I say that although a business plan is a very important document or a roadmap towards the growth of your business or implementation of your business, where as a startup, what you need most is what we call a business model. And when you talk about business models, the challenge is that many people think of big things, and also the challenge is that many people think academically, that when many of us start talking about models, we go academic. But one of the things that I keep saying is that there is no single business in this world that is started without a business model, that is started without a model. The model may be in your head, but the good thing is that it is there. I'll give you an example of Mama Boga, but even before I give you an example, what is a business model? A business model is just a concept in your mind of how you are going to create value for your customer, deliver that value to that customer, and make money from that customer after you have delivered the value. Those are the three most important things in a business plan, and that is what we call a business plan. Sorry for that. So I was talking about a business model, and I was saying that a business model is just a way. Just give me a minute. I connect the power. So I was saying that a business model is just a way of showing how you're going to create value for your customer, deliver that value to the customer, and also after you've delivered that value to the customer, also how you are going to do what we call make money from that value that you have delivered for the customer. And I've also said that there is no single business, however small it is, that does not have a business model. That the owner does not know how to create value for the customer, how he is going to deliver that value to that customer, and how he is going to make money from that customer. Those are the most important things, the three most important things when you're starting a business. And I'll give you an example of a hawker in Tom Mboya Street. When you look at a hawker, I don't think you may know that he has a business model in his mind. He knows how to create value for you. One of the things that he knows is that you are always in a hurry and you also don't want to get tired. And therefore, he goes to Marikiti, gets whatever he gets there, and brings them at the bus stage for you. That is value creation. He has created value in form of convenience. He has made it convenient for you to buy those goods and services at your bus stage. That is value. Then he knows that he can only get you when you're going home or during the evening from work. And therefore, he knows that if he wants you to buy the value, he has to deliver it near the bus stage. That is a delivery system. Now, when it comes to making money, he knows that he has bought his goods at this price, and when he brings them at the bus stage, he is going or she is going to sell them at this price. That is value capturing. And therefore, that guy who is a hawker has a business model in his mind. The only challenge is that he has not or she has not documented it. And that is why I say the most important thing when you're starting a business is a business model. You have to have a model, either in your head or written somewhere, about how you're going to create value for the customer. Because customers don't buy product. Customers buy the value of the product. And the value is the utility or the capability of that product to satisfy my want. So if a product can be able to satisfy my want, then that is when I'm going to buy it. Now, a business plan does not talk about that. A business plan talks about your product. And therefore, from the word go, you start thinking about a product that the customer wants. But the question is, are you the customer want? So the product is you oriented because you are the one who is sitting down to think about the product. The customer is the one who wants the product, not, and therefore, when it comes to developing that product, your input should be very little. The majority or the most of the input should come from the customer because you are making the product for the customer. And therefore, that is why I'm saying that if you look at most of the statistics that have been shown about the success of business plans, one of the things that you will notice that there's always very high failure of the business plan working, especially when you start the business. In fact, some of the business gurus say that for you to be able to succeed, for your business plan to succeed, it has to be changed 66 times. And I would want somebody, especially the people who are listening to me, to tell me, especially the ones who are in business, whether they wrote a business plan when they were starting the business, and if they wrote one, how many times did they change it so that they could succeed? So the most important things, especially when you're starting a business, is this, and I'm going to have a slide about it. The most important thing is that the system is dragging a bit. So the most important thing is what is on my screen. The first question that you need to ask yourself is, who is my customer? Because you make products for customers, and not everybody, but a specific number of customers. Then you need to ask yourself what problem you want to solve for those customers. What is the problem? What problem do they have? Because remember, I've said that customers buy value. the ability of a product to satisfy their want, the ability of the customer, the product to solve their problem. What is their problem? What solution do they need? And that is why I said that if you look at the business plan, it is a bit product oriented, because here you have seen, we have already started asking ourselves, what solution do they need? What is their problem? And what type of solution do they need? And then, what is the minimum product that I can be able to create and put it in the market such that the customers can give me the feedback? And that is what we are calling a minimum viable product or valuable product. The simplest I can be able to make, put it into the market, and listen to the customer's feedback, because the customer is the one who is going to tell me about the product he wants. Is the one who is going to give me the feedback about what he wants. And that is why I say that the product must be customer oriented, not the product oriented. Unfortunately, business plan has concept is product oriented, meaning that you sit down for 3 months, you write a business plan of how a plan of how you're going to implement a given product without the customer in the picture. So the first thing that you need to think about is the customer. Who is your customer? Who is going to buy your product? Who is going to buy your service? And what problem will you be solving for them? Because the customers' problems must be solved if you want them to buy your product. Customers will not just buy product, they buy solutions. What solutions do they need? For you to be able to answer that question, the customer must already be in your mind, or the customer must be somewhere around, so that he can be able to tell you the kind of the solution, or you can be able to understand the kind of the solution the customer wants. And then start small. What is the minimum viable product that I can put in the market? Because I don't want to start with a very big product, then fail, and then lament for the rest of the years. And that is why I ask for the minimum viable product that you can be able to develop. So that is my lesson today. And I'm going to continue with that and look at how you can be able to create value for the customer, and how you can deliver that value, and also how you can be able to make money. So thank you very much for your time. Remember, this show is usually a daily show, and it is usually live both in Facebook and also in YouTube. Thank you. Have a nice day.